Japanese kickboxing didn't form in a gym. It was born in a war between styles. Karate fighters with the fast, explosive blitzes versus the Thai fighters with elbows, knees, and crippling low kicks. When Japan first challenged Thailand, they lost badly. Elbows left them gashed, and they had no answers for the knees in the clinch. But instead of just learning Muay Thai, Japan was like, hey, what if we changed the rules? And that decision led to one of the most exciting striking styles in the world. Japan in the early 1960s was obsessed with martial arts. Karate schools were booming, but the matches were controlled and light contact. Fighters would score points and not knockouts. But one man wasn't satisfied with that. Tatsuo Yamada, a karate pioneer, believed Japan needed a full contact style martial art that wasn't just for demonstration, but for true combat. And around that same time, a boxing promoter named Osamu Noguchi, I know I'm mispronouncing these names, but please just bear with me. Osamu Noguchi was watching Muay Thai bouts in Thailand. He was captivated. The Thai fighters weren't point fighting. They're cutting each other open with elbows, smashing bodies with knees, and ending the fights with knockouts. Yamada and Noguchi teamed up and wanted to see if Japan's karate fighters could hold their own against the Thais. So in 1963, they invited 3 Thai champions to Japan to fight in a showdown of styles. They expected it to be pretty equal, but instead, the Thais dominated, chopping down Japanese fighters with low kicks, battering them in the clinch, and cutting them open with elbows. But Japan didn't walk away defeated. They walked away inspired and determined to create a new sport of their own. They believed they could blend karate and Muay Thai to create a full contact striking sport that Japanese fans would love. It just needed a few rule changes for television. The clinch and elbows were considered too slow and bloody for TV audiences. They were discarded. This made the fights more explosive and visually dynamic, perfect for a TV spectacle. But if they were creating a new sport with new rules, how did they even get fighters? First, they recruited karate champions and boxers to switch over. And these fighters would train with Thai instructors in Japan, learning how to low kick, block kicks, and fight full contact. The first official Japanese kickboxing event was held in 1966, and this made kickboxing a hit almost overnight. TV stations loved it. Young fighters saw a path to fame, and for the first time, Japan had its own striking sport for mass entertainment. But it was about to evolve even further. After the first kickboxing bouts in 1966, Japan spent decades refining its sport. Local promotions emerged, Japanese fighters trained full-time in hybrid techniques, and TV broadcasts slowly introduced the action to audiences across the country. But Japanese kickboxing wasn't staying domestic. Fighters traveled to Thailand to sharpen their skills, while Thai champions came to Japan, keeping the sport competitive. And at the same time, Dutch kickboxing began developing as well, blending Muay Thai low kicks with Western boxing combos. By the late 1980s, Japan lacked a single international platform. Multiple promotions ran tournaments, but the fights were fragmented and rarely reached a global audience. Therefore, in 1993, Kazuyoshi Ishii launched K1. He unified the sport under one banner: tournaments with international fighters, clear rules for safety and TV appeal, and a focus on speed, combinations, and spectacular knockouts. K1's rules made fights faster and more dramatic than traditional Muay Thai bouts. Fans loved it. K1 wasn't the birth of kickboxing, it was its globalization. Suddenly, fighters like Andy Hug, Peter X, Ernesto Hoost, and Masato were superstars, and kickboxing became a worldwide phenomenon. Out of this competitive melting pot, a new generation of Japanese fighters would emerge, combining karate roots, Dutch-style combinations, and world-class conditioning. Today's Japanese kickboxers are more technical, faster, and more adaptable than ever. Their style is designed to overwhelm, fast entries, devastating combinations, and constant pressure. But how does Japanese kickboxing actually differ from Muay Thai? First, Japanese kickboxers rely on speed and volume. Instead of waiting for a single opening like in Muay Thai, they string punches and kicks together in rapid succession. The footwork is significantly different as well. Because kickboxing comes from karate, it has that karate style bounce, the quick in and out movement. And this footwork is key. Unlike the more linear style of traditional Muay Thai, Japanese fighters move laterally, circling and angling off their opponent's line. And kickboxing relies a lot more on punches than Muay Thai because the culture of Muay Thai rewards heavy kickers. The low kicks are thrown differently as well. Leg kicks aren't just for damage, they set up everything else. Japanese fighters throw them in combinations, often while punching, forcing opponents to guess and react. While in Muay Thai, their main purpose is to be as powerful as possible. But Japan has powerful techniques as well. Here are the top 3 that are commonly used in this style. Dabbing kicks. Now you see this used to the body, to the leg. Sometimes it'll be with the ball of the foot, but other times it'll be with the toe. And the idea is to just stab into your opponent, which can be super painful because the kinetic energy of your kick is going all into one point. It shuts down breathing, drains the gas tank, and forces the guard to drop. Now we also have the calf kicks, which I feel has become super trendy lately. The calf kick targets just below the knee, attacking balance and mobility. Japanese fighters use it to slow opponents down and make their boxing and kicking combos harder to defend. Also, we got the spinning back kick. Now, the spinning back kick is a karate-rooted technique that became a trademark in Japanese kickboxing. It's a surprise weapon. Fast, straight, and devastating. Fighters throw it when they sense forward pressure, turning the opponent's aggression against them. If you guys want to learn some of these Japanese kickboxing techniques, we have a full course dedicated to just this style in our community, and it's free to join, so go check it out, link in the description. So what are the pros and cons of this style? First, it's pretty elusive. The sharp head movement and footwork make them tough to hit, while putting them in perfect spots to launch powerful counters. It's unpredictable. They flow seamlessly between punches and kicks mid-combo that keeps opponents guessing and off balance. And the pace and volume is crazy. Japanese kickboxers often fight at a high pace with constant activity. This breaks opponents down over time, forces mistakes, and keeps the pressure on even when they're defending. And some of the potential cons of this style: tends to struggle against powerful kickers, especially those who use heavy low kicks or a strong teep. Those weapons can shut down lateral movement and stop forward pressure. This style usually has you take more damage just because you're going to be pressuring and aggressive. Japanese kickboxing reinvented striking for a new audience and created a style that thrives on speed, volume, and relentless pressure. It's forcing the world to rethink striking.